their influence on adolescents and adults around the world.
That's our table of content. First is our introduction where we will explain our motivation. Next is our research method.
Then third, we will incorporate our research questions with our findings. And finally, we will give you a brief conclusion.
So, who is BTS? BTS, also known as 방탄소년단 or Bulletproof Boy Scouts, is a 7-member K-pop boy band which began formation in 2010 and debuted in 2013 under BTS Entertainment. Now, coming with an image of a boy band, BTS would downplay it as nothing more than pretty faces and fancy clothes.
However, BTS has shown their influence on many people around the globe by the various speech about self-love. At the UN on September 24, 2018, collaborating with UNICEF to launch the Love Myself Antivirus campaign, as well as featuring in Time magazine as one of the most influential people on the internet for 3 consecutive years from 2017 to 2019.
Now, therefore, we would like to learn more about the influences of BTS by conducting a questionnaire targeting the fans of BTS called the ARMYs and searching for more information online.
The questionnaire in a global online 10-question survey, which in a span of 1 week, has scanned 135 respondents from different continents around the world. The simple question that asks for the age, gender, locations of respondents will set to confirm the diversity of the fandom.
The next 4 questions ask for their experience with BTS, appearance or language different, and their favorite characteristic and albums.
And the last 3 questions ask the respondents to write their own replies about what they have learned through BTS, what are the influences or changes in life after discovering BTS, and how they will face future problems.
And through online searching, we can further understand inspiring message and moral value BTS compared to the music.
With that, let's move on to a result of our research questions and findings. The questions are first, what are the messages of life on BTS's music? The second and the third questions are how does BTS influence their adolescent and adult audience around the world?
So, through our research, we have found that BTS's entire discography can be interpreted as a journey of life and self-discovery, with songs focusing on personal and social commentaries, mental health, troubles of youth, loss, self-love, and individualism. Now, BTS's first 4 albums, Too Cool for School, Oh, Are You Late Too?, School of the Fair, and Dark and Wild can be interpreted as the rebellious teenage years filled with angst, infatuations, and dreams. Now, because these albums are lesser known, School of the Fair and Dark and Wild respectively make up for 1.5% of the respondents' favorite album.
Following adolescence is adulthood. BTS produced a trilogy, The Most Beautiful Moments in Life, which is about beginning to test the bitterness of adult life, speaking out that it's okay to fall, it's okay to get hurt, because that is the beauty of the moment.
The trilogy proved to largely resonate with the adolescent audience, who takes up an overwhelming 61.3% of the respondents. Now, from what they have shared with us, the trilogy was frequently mentioned and takes up a 16.8% of the respondents' favorite albums. These younger respondents said that they feel like they are rightfully understood and represented by BTS.
After a trilogy, BTS produced the next album, Wings, containing songs about young adults who encounter temptations for the first time and must ponder and agonize in the face of it, like a bird breaking out of its shell and taking flight for the first time.
65% of the fans answer mainly the young adults, which make out 34% of the respondents, selecting Wing as their favorite album, showing how they can relate to the feeling of being trapped in temptation, and BTS have helped them break out of their shells.
BTS later released You Never Walk Alone, an epilogue that brings closures to Wings. We can let, if we are together, a message of consolation, comfort, and hope to the younger generation.
Here we can see a kind of BTS, which the fan has mentioned in our questionnaire. The humble and honest personality of BTS members make them extremely relatable. We have how many fans get a sense of belonging as accepted within a fandom and BTS.
BTS then released the 3 albums of the Love Yourself series, consisting of Chen, Her, which can be seen as an expression of the anxiety and elation of love, Zhuan, Tear, stressing the concept of fake love and how it inevitably leads to loss and separation. And finally, Jie, Answer, highlighting the message, loving yourself is the beginning of true love. Now, because of these messages, the series has won a whopping 44.5% of respondents' favorite album.
Many fans shared in our questionnaire that they have never thought of the idea of loving yourself with true love before discovering BTS, because nobody around them actually puts emphasis on self-love on such a large scale like BTS does.
BTS also advocated Jungian psychology of the psyche with the 2 albums, Melbourne Soul Personal and Melbourne 7. From the result of our questionnaire, this series got bare 10.2%, a majority who selected Melbourne Soul or the older demographic, which took up 36.4% of the respondents.
Now, as the concept of Jungian analytical psychology is a more complicated theory about the development of the mind and soul, these adult fans think BTS is insightful, hardworking, and can be a great example for the younger generation to emulate. So, in conclusion, all the findings in this study stress that BTS is a positive influence for adolescents and adults alike. Because of the inspiring messages in the music BTS produced have changed the life of many people and improved their attitude towards life and society. And these are our references. And that's all for our presentation.
Thank you.
This is the Q&A session. We are glad to accept your questions.
Thank you very much for introducing the K-pop group. I never heard of any of their songs and I didn't know any of their albums. But thank you for introducing the theme and the meanings behind their albums. My question is that how did you come up with the question for this survey? Like who designs these questions of the surveys? I also have another question that is regarding the responses from your open-ended questions. How did you determine the keywords or themes from all the written responses? So my 2 questions. First one is, how did you come up with the survey question items? Number 2 is, how did you generate the keywords or the themes from the written responses? Thank you.
For the question for the survey, for the first 3 questions, we designed like age, basic questions like age, gender, and location for the respondents all around the world to confirm the diversity of the fandom, because BTS is known for having a big fandom that has a lot of diversity in them, and we think that this would prove our point that BTS is influential in our study. And the next 4 questions ask for the fans' experience or about what they think about the language difference, and we found that their replies said that many of them didn't really like K-pop, but because of BTS, they became open-minded and really started to learn more about themselves as they walk along with BTS. And the last 3 are the open-ended questions, which directly ask for the respondents for what kind of influences or changes in life after learning about BTS. And we asked them they are welcome to share their own life story. So when they share their life story, they share a lot of things like when they are in trouble to the part where they discovered BTS, and when they finally know how to improve themselves. That is how we determine the keywords, like what happened to them, their past, and the time where they discovered BTS, and the time where they improved, and the way they improved their life because of BTS. And yeah.
So very good topic. Also, I'm so happy to learn from you because I have no any knowledge about fashion, about entertainment, about movies. I have no focus on this in the past. So I'm just taking from the research view. So as I gave the comments to the first group, you needed to include table instead of the pie chart. Too many pie chart, but without any table. It's not a serious research paper. The pie chart is good, but not across all the pages. Okay. We need to insert more tables other than the pie chart. And also we can use pie chart as people. And the other one is that when you give the reference, there's some kind of, we call the research manual style. There are like APA, there's American Psychology Association style. There's MLA, there's Chicago. So look for the journal, academic journal, special entertainment, movie, culture, fashion. Look for the paper there and check the reference. Whether they follow ABA or MLA or Chicago or any one, they follow that. Because every different style, they have different format. And for me, I use ABA a lot. So for ABA, usually we need to have the alphabetical order. And I find that some entries don't follow the alphabetical order. And at the beginning of every entry, you don't need to put numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. For me, I use ABA. And I also know MLA, Chicago, don't have the number at the beginning. Okay. But you need to have a hanging indent. So one entry, if it's more than 2 or 3 lines. So the first one, you have the hanging indent. And the second line, you just go indent. And the next entry, okay, you have hanging indent. Then the second line is indent. So that's my suggestion. Okay, thank you.
Good job. And I must say that I started to listen to BTS when I watched their speech at the UN, and then the Dynamite, they blew my mind. So yeah, pretty excited here. So I'd like to invite you to share how BTS inspired you. Just use 30 seconds. You like it?
May I ask, what you asked that BTS inspired us, but for what? For this study, or is it for our daily lives, or
In general, just how they inspired you, in what way they influenced you.
We always pay a lot of attention on news around the world. So when we came across BTS at the UN, they were speaking about stuff. We were very impressed, and we want to learn more from them.
So from BTS, while researching this, we learned that we need to love ourselves and a lot of other kind of meanings. So my favorite album is Love Yourself, and learning about how to love myself. And her favorite album is as well.
Okay, thank you.